Hi, my name is Allen. I'm the director of Girl and Her Noodle, and this is my deep dive. Girl and Her Noodle is about a girl making lunch or dinner, or that in between lunch and dinner, whatever you call that time, and her thoughts and really what's going on in her mind. At the start of the year, I was thinking of making something fun and interesting, but also something that wouldn't be too much of a hassle to put together. And so I wrote this script about this girl just trying to get through the end of the day and make noodles, and did a short list. And interestingly enough, we followed the short list faithfully for the most part anyway, and it was just like a guide shot for shot what we're going to do and like what we're going to film. I think the last thing we did in pre-production was music. I had this jazz playlist on shuffle, and then Billie Holiday's Blue Moon came on. You know when you have one of those songs that just paint out a scene for you? So I literally just saw someone prancing around, and then the Blue Moon is going on. Those really were the elements that came together for the idea, Girl and Her Noodle, and that's what we have now. 4 days later, everyone came around, and we came on set with just 2 cameras, 1 mic, 1 small LED light, and that was it. Quickly enough, we saw like we've boxed ourselves into a corner, because then we had little to no control over the actual lights in the space. So it was either too blown out or it was underexposed. The 2 cameras we came on set with was my Canon M50 and Sean's Lumix GX85. And we had a lot of noise in the clips as well, because we were shooting with a wide aperture to allow enough light coming to the sensor. But then we were shooting with 8-bit cameras as well. And somebody had the bright idea to shoot log on the Canon M50. And so we were losing information we didn't even have in the first place. So that was a challenge, but Sean, as he always does, came up with this bright idea that, you know what, how about we add more noise to save the image? I'm like, what do you mean add more noise? I think it was either 8mm grain or like 16mm from the handset. We just like artificially increased the noise, and it gave it more texture, and that's how we ended up with the look Girl and Her Noodle had. The highlights are good, the contrast is good, so shout out to noise. So Mel was great. Mel was fantastic, actually. She's my co-director, but she was also a fantastic actress. I did not see that coming. She brought a lot of energy to the scene, and one thing people don't realize is that a good actor or a good actress, whoever, is someone that brings a lot of urgency and purpose in every action that they carry out while they're performing. And so if you look at Mel, like, she's bringing out the spices, putting it on the microwave, taking the pot, like she's just moving around the entire scene with so much urgency and like determination that it really gives the scene life. The problem with long takes is that whatever energy captured in the scene is what you're left with, But Mel saved us, because how she's whipping from like left to right in the room, there's no need to like edit it any faster because she carries the scene. So she was fantastic. If you're seeing this, Mel, all the love in the world to you. You were amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, so sound design was pretty fun. Now, please, for anyone out there ever, like, even if you're filming something and you're thinking, okay, I don't need dialogue, I don't need audio, I'm just gonna put some background music or anything, like, don't play yourself. Record audio on set. So basically, the film was a blank canvas now, and we had to introduce other elements to really fill up the space. When she's not speaking, or when we're not hearing her voiceover, what else are we hearing? There's this particular sequence I really like where she leaves the plate or the knife to go do something, and then we see someone in the background, and there's commentary from an Arsenal game there, and you just get the freedom to really design the film however you want. I mean, 90% of what you're hearing was recorded in post.
That's 7,500 for a crate. No, wow.
Her working, interaction with the cupboards, dropping the spice, whisking the eggs, every single thing. The only thing that we got on set that day was her speaking into the mic where she's like,
"Where's the oil?"
That was the only thing we recorded on set. So please save yourself in the future. record audio on set. Now, the ending to the film was something that was already decided much earlier as well. I wanted to move on from the character, but move on to another world, you know. So like we just tilt away from Mel and her thoughts, and we move to, you know, this wide open space of people doing their own thing, and give us a sense that everyone else is out there doing their own thing and like having their own thoughts and like in their own space. And for me, it was an interesting way of connecting the film to the real world. The hardest part about it was balancing the color. We shot on 2 different cameras with sensors that have 2 different color science, and it's like, how are we going to match these clips? You know, but luckily in the Hansa we're able to create contrast in the highlights and with colors. Predominantly, you know, our white balance was off, so the entire film would have just been orange, you know, but we had to introduce blue into it, and now that separation alone makes everything normal. It just makes it more digestible. We looked for blue anywhere we could find blue, in the lights, in the fire, in her shirt, you know, there's like a tint of blue in it, so we exaggerated it, and it just helped everything balance out in the final image. And it wasn't easy getting there, I can't lie. It was pretty scary seeing the amount of noise that we had in our clips, but eventually it came out well. The first time we screened the rough cuts, like Mel, Sean, Nana, they were really excited to see how it was coming out. And so the best part about filming would be getting to try something visually interesting. At the time, I was seeing a lot of Spielberg and Movie-Wise on YouTube, and I just got really interested in moving the camera, moving characters about, like, oh, you go there, come here, move this way, you know, block this way. And really that was all I wanted to try out, and Girl and Her Noodle gave me the opportunity to like play around visually. I mean, there's a shot where someone walks into the frame and then changes the perspective from a wide shot to a medium shot, or a wide to a close-up. Even the opening is one of my favorite parts of the entire film, because we start on a close-up of her picking up the egg, move to a medium shot of her picking up the pan, and then it's a wide shot. And it was really interesting for me, the dynamism of that one shot, you know, making all those transitions. Definitely something that I would love to explore more of eventually, you know, in future projects. So that was an interesting start for me. All in all, it was pretty fun, man. Most of what we planned for came out well, which is a good day at the office when 80% of what you plan for works out well. Shout out to everyone that's seen the film. Shout out to everyone that left a comment, engaged. It was pretty cool seeing people's reactions to just a girl making noodles, and looking forward to what 2025 has for us. For those that have seen the film, thank you. For those that engaged, thank you. If you haven't seen the film, please do. It's fun, and yeah, thank you for coming to my deep dive.